Here we go. Hey, crypto heads. It's the Goose with the Cryptic Paranormal Show. Here for another awesome Thursday night. And as usual, I got D-Unit next to me, co-hosting.
What's up?
What's happening? You guys, we're missing Mike. He's having some technical issues. What the fuck am I saying? Sorry. Some technical issues. So hopefully he'll be able to hop on here as soon as he can. Mike, if you're listening, get your ass in gear. Let's go. And our special guest this evening from Gateway Paranormal Society, filmmakers. If you guys haven't seen A Voice for the Silence, I highly suggest it on Amazon Prime.
Thank you.
Matthew FEOLE and KASEY BOATRIGHT. How are you gentlemen doing tonight?
Doing excellent.
Fantastic.
End of the week, getting there. I'm excited.
Yeah. So let's start off. Let's get to know you guys a little bit more. We've seen your movies or your documentaries. Excellent stuff, man. I really enjoyed. I mean, it was intense.
Yeah,
A Voice for the Silence was really intense. But let's get to know you, Matthew. How did you start in the paranormal? What got you into this?
Well, like most people in the paranormal field that I've talked to, is started as a home that I lived in as a child, had activity in it, and we actually ended up moving, not because of that, but the next house had activity in it. Then we moved around a bunch, but then that next house didn't, and then the next house did. So I was just super interested in it. And I remember as a young kid, reading books in the library about it because there wasn't TV shows out yet about it. Yep. And then Ghost Hunters came out, and I was all about it. And I was just like, I really want to do that, but didn't actually become a thing until high school. I started, I got a hold of a digital recorder and a little digital camera. I remember going out with my buddy Daniel Whitaker, and him and I would investigate random cemeteries and stuff. And then after I graduated, I joined a team for a moment, and then ended up a moment. Yeah, a very short moment. And then I ended up joining another team, and then I said I just wasn't a fan of how they were they're running their operation, so I ended up starting Gateway Paranormal with this guy.
Nice. And what about you, KASEY? What got you interested? What's your origin story?
Oh man, I honestly don't have a cool story, legitimately.
It's all right.
I was a pretty big skeptic, and Matt and I have been best friends since middle school. And we kind of went our separate ways after high school. He went and did the family thing, and I went and left and did the Army thing. When I came back, we kind of got back together, and he was like, "Hey, bro, we should start a band." And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be dope."
Band, nice.
Yeah, straight up, we're gonna start a band. And then randomly one day we were watching, I think it was Hell's Bar Dam episode of Ghost Adventures, and he was like, "Bro, we could do this. These guys are just running around." And I was like, "Yeah, let's go do that." And then that's literally 2 weeks later, we were at Hell's Bar Dam pretty much.
Nice.
So we've been going strong ever since then.
Very cool.
Trying to excuse me.
What about the band?
Yeah, what happened to the band?
Well, the band didn't happen, unfortunately.
No? So no live performance at MadCon?
There are some live videos on our Facebook page. We've had a long night of drinking.
Nice.
I don't recommend those.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. They're pretty rough.
That's awesome. What kind of music did you guys play?
I play everything. I'll play rock, country, pop, bluegrass, blues, metal. I love all types of music.
Yeah, mine's strictly just death metal.
Nice. Love it. You guys should orchestrate some stuff for your next documentary.
Right.
Have some background music.
That'd be dope.
That's actually a pretty good idea. Why didn't I think about that?
I don't know.
We'll talk about this later.
Oh man, I get a cut of it then, right? No, for the idea. No, I'm just kidding. The idea, man. But just so you guys know, Mr. Heisenberg decided to join us. What's up, Heisenberg?
Hey.
Well, that's how I do it, man. I just showed up on about 15 minutes late.
That's all right. At least you're
Rock and
here.
roll.
Right? Always got to have the dramatic entrance, man.
That's right. It's all about me. I want the attention.
So, guys, I'm interested to know, what was your first investigation as a group? Where did you guys go?
We went to Buchanan House, which we actually just took our trip back there, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And it's just a little log cabin built in the 1850, I think it was, 1850-ish. And it was a cool place. And then we jumped from there to Hellsbar Dam and then just started just going up the list. And
Yeah.
I mean, we've been all over the place.
Yeah.
But Buchanan House, and then we jumped drastically to Hellsbar Dam.
Yeah, a week later.
I have heard of that location. Can you describe that a little bit better for me? Where is that, and what's the history behind it?
Talking about Hellsbar Dam?
Yeah.
It is quite possibly the most active place I've been.
Wow. Okay.
It sits right on Nickajack Lake, and I guess it's technically, I would call it more so a river.
Yeah.
But inside of the dam, there's a square body of water that sits inside of there that has a whirlpool constantly going. And the building itself was finished construction in 1913, I believe.
Wow.
And it was built on limestone. There's mountains all around this building that have quartz in them.
Yeah, and they also built on top of they flooded the
they flooded the grave sites when they decided
the
to
Indian grave sites. Yeah, so that was dope.
Holy crap.
Wow.
And so it being built on limestone, it did not have a good structural foundation, and the walls started cracking and getting leaks immediately. So they formed a rag crew, is what they called it.
Yeah.
And literally it was people walking around sticking rags in these spots. And
Wow.
it had a tunnel that ran all the way across the river, and kids used to take it to go to school. Well, some kids drowned in that tunnel.
Ugh.
Wow.
People died during the construction. They recently did one of those scans of the walls and found a body in the wall.
Oh
No
my
shit.
God.
And
Wow.
there was a race war inside of there that killed some people.
Jeez.
There was a lady pushed off the top story of the building
Through the window.
There was a sexual assault that ended in a murder inside of the building.
Wow.
And not to mention, going way back before this place was built, the white people did a illegal land treaty, I guess is what you would call it, and basically massacred all these Indians or Native Americans, to be politically correct. And then Chief Dragon Canoe cursed the land and said it's going to be uninhabitable for eternity. So there was also Civil War battles on that land, and I mean the place is
That place is fucking wild.
yeah, that place is nuts.
I mean, how do you get an equation of paranormal energy like that with any other location? I've never heard such a. I mean, you have all those minerals that conduct paranormal energy. You have Native American curses and battles and just trauma. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that the place with the whirlpool in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Nicole Jones is currently running it, and she's fantastic. She's really cleaned that place up and gotten most of the roof completely finished, except for right over where the whirlpool sits, because it's really old tin roofing, so you can't really get up there and walk around without falling 3 stories down.
She's got some really cool plans for that place, not just paranormal related, but
that place is awesome. I definitely highly recommend it.
Add that
yeah,
to my bucket list.
Yeah, write that down on the list for sure.
Right.
Did you
Y'all
guys
get
say
it
that?
around if y'all want to get to it, because we can definitely help get that set up for y'all.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. That'd be amazing.
That's
I'll talk
awesome.
to you guys at MadCon.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
A buddy of ours. Oh, you know what? Actually,
I
go
would-
back to that. Okay, that's good. I got to like relinquish control. You're on
Right.
it. I'll let you do it.
I know. I was watching you do it last week. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
I know. I keep forgetting she's actually on the dashboard for this program that we use, and like we're both putting up comments and questions at the same time. It's just jumping back and forth. But Eddie Pence is asking, you want to know if you guys went to the Old South Pittsburgh Hospital while you're in that area? Because I guess Hales Bar is somewhat close to that.
Yeah, we were actually one of the teams that helped
Clean it up.
clean it up. I almost said renovate, but not quite renovate. It's like we pulled carpet out of there. We got some drywall out. We helped with all the cleanup process after it got bought from Ronnie D.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
got to investigate a little bit there. And I mean, it's a cool place. Like, it's super active.
Yes.
Nice.
That's another
Yeah.
place that's we don't get too far south.
It's
Right.
it's like probably 20 minutes from Hellsbar.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that.
Yeah, we got to
Nice.
branch out a little bit, with everything going on right now. Though it's been tough.
It has
Even-
been.
Come on down, man.
Yeah, we'll have to
We got a lot of Pizza Huts
road
down
trip.
there.
Well, we got a lot of Pizza Huts up here, so but no, that's those haunted locations are definitely worth a trip. I think.
For
You
sure.
had me at Pizza Hut.
What's that? You got? Yeah, Heisenberg's a pizza connoisseur.
Same. Same.
Hashtag relatable.
Pie till I die.
Well, man, I would bring you some great pizza if I think it would hold up for MadCon. Luigi's. But I don't think it'll make it.
No.
One, because I'd probably eat it. But
Yeah, dude. Oh, you said Luigi's?
yeah.
Oh, dude. Akron's
Yeah,
best.
All right, where's it at? Now we have to take a trip. I have to go now.
Well, you guys are
Right.
coming up from the south. You'll probably drive right through Akron, I would imagine.
And
We see it. We're stopping.
Definitely.
you guys bring
Downtown.
some of that. Eddie Pence will bring some Youngstown pizza, and we'll have
Yeah,
a pizza
There
off.
you go.
There you go.
I'll
Oh,
bring
yeah,
some.
we know-
Who's bringing wings, though?
No, we'll bring Prince Street.
Oh, yeah.
How long of a drive is it?
It's long enough for us to have 3 pizzas, and that one will make it. One will make it.
You
then
gotta
I'm
keep them in
sure,
the trunk so you can't reach them.
Maybe.
I'm sure Kim will have a nice sausage and onion pizza waiting for
Right.
everybody when he gets up to Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Onion.
That's
Yes,
his go.
that's all he orders, man.
He'll get about 10.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't eat it, but like,
It's actually
I
pretty
know,
good.
and,
not bad.
and I actually
Not
I
bad.
called him one time and I said, Kimmel, you have to stop ordering sausage and onion pizza. And he's like, well, what would I order? And I said, pepperoni? I don't know, something normal people
Yeah.
eat. He would
He
get
ordered-
6 pizzas and they'd all be sausage and onion.
Yeah, he's finally branched out and got like
Yeah.
1 pepperoni and 1 double cheese.
Right. He's better now.
we got a Nashville hot chicken pizza down here that's fire.
Nice.
Yeah.
A
Hot
natural
chicken,
what?
it's got hot chicken on it, drizzled in ranch.
Hell yeah.
Pickles, right?
With pickles.
I'm gonna get you guys a Pizza Roto pizza. They have a buffalo chicken pizza and you put mac and cheese on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're down for that. I can tell right there.
Yeah,
Right?
100%. You said pizza and mac and cheese?
Right?
Game over.
Say no
All
more.
right. I'll get
Well,
you
there's
one.
a place by me called Altieri's that has a spaghetti pizza.
What?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. It's
Huh.
baked spaghetti, like with the baked mozzarella on top of it on pizza crust.
I mean,
It's
I feel like that's just pretty much pizza anyway.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, you
with
can't hold it.
pasta.
It's just pizza.
Yeah.
It's like pizza with a pizza on it.
Making
Yeah.
sure we're talking so much about pizza, making sure I'm not missing any questions.
Right?
A lot of things about pizza. Steve Brote says Adam will force feed you the onion
Yeah.
and sausage.
I mean, I'll be real. You don't ever have to force feed me pizza. But I take that back. If there's mushrooms on it, I'm fighting you
Okay.
immediately.
Noted.
Kind of a fun question we like to ask everybody. What's your go-to snack when you're ghost hunting?
Like store bought or homemade.
Whatever.
Either one.
That's tough.
You're bringing
both.
homemade
One of both.
stuff.
You make stuff? Jeez.
Right?
Oh,
Weird.
like when we,
I would say probably beef jerky for me though.
yeah,
Yeah.
like when we go on like 3 or 4 day like overnights,
Yeah.
Matt and I'll get together and like literally make a menu and cook it ahead of time.
Oh,
Just
nice.
put it in the fridge and just do the whole time. Dunkaroos.
Oh, they're coming back.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize those were still a thing.
He said they're coming back, but like I don't know. Dunkaroos is it's like teasing you. It's like, hey, you want something sweet? Here you go. Just kidding. It's gone.
Here's a bite.
It's gone.
It's like 5 graham crackers you can dip in about an ounce of pudding.
Right.
Yeah. Look, I get like if I get 5 mozzarella sticks, I get 5 things of marinara. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That's funny. So, I mean, with everything been going on with the Corona thing, have you guys been kind of like everybody else, just taking it safe and kicking back? Or are you guys out there doing it?
I mean, we've been out there, but I think right now we've decided to take a little bit of a break just because September on is about to be hella busy for us.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
Probably honestly September till January, we're gonna be balls to the wall.
like big time.
Awesome.
But I just been filming random stuff, taking pictures, and
Yeah.
spending time with the family and stuff. So
Yeah, because once September ends, like, sorry, honey, I'll see you later.
I'll write letters.
Yeah.
Send you postcards.
I'll send you a telegraph.
Yeah, right. So what? I mean, are you guys able to say what's going on? I mean, obviously you got MadCon 3 coming up. We know that.
So we got MadCon 3, but we're also shooting documentary number 3.
Wow.
Nice.
No.
Some other stuff. So
Yeah.
That's
At a
exciting.
location soon to be named.
yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah, we're planning a documentary ourselves with Dark Alley. We kind of let the
I just
yeah,
let
I saw your trailer.
that was Heisenberg's fault, man. We're trying to keep it under wraps, but
Hey,
Heisenberg
you should
got a
tease
little
me with, should we let it out, man? Because I was gonna take it to the next level.
Yep, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, I watched A Voice for the Silence, and how much. I mean, warn us how much work we're looking at getting into with this. We're gonna do it either way, and we're gonna do it good. But
Do y'all do like all your own editing?
we're gonna have to absolutely.
Are you experienced in editing? Like,
Oh,
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna.
tell you right now. Be ready for like a 90-day
Oh yeah,
every day.
yeah. We're gonna have some help from the RU Media crew. So I mean, they're gonna help us with a little bit, but most of it is gonna be on our shoulders, which we're down for. I mean, this is our baby. This is what we've been wanting to do for a while. We're gonna do it. I mean,
What are y'all planning on putting it out on?
we're just going for YouTube. I've known a lot of people that had Amazon. And if you have, I just know there's certain parameters. You have to use certain equipment, shoot it in certain formats, or they won't accept it. And we're just starting out. And this may be the first and last one that we do. We just want to get something out there that's our team and that's ours. You know what I mean? So
It's definitely, I enjoy it, but it is a lot of work, man. It's there's a lot of people out there that don't realize quite how much work goes into it. Because I mean, you gotta, I mean, we do anyways. If we make a film schedule, we walk through, make a shot list, and
yeah,
set out hours for B-roll and hours for interviews, and we plan the drive there. I mean, everything you have to plan ahead, and
sure.
And just know it's not going to go to according to plan.
Yeah,
Nothing. I'm 43
Yeah.
years old, man. That's the one constant in life is nothing goes to plan.
So literally, A Voice of the Silence was our second documentary, so it was really like much easier for us. I think the first one was rough. Like we shot. It's called Uncovering Wilden, and it's literally like we did 5 different investigations there. So every other month we'd go back and then edit that part, and then go back and then put it back and then put it all together. And that thing took
it took forever.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to give more than my
We didn't
20%.
have quite the equipment we thought we needed.
Heisenberg, you got to be in 100%. Sorry, buddy. None of
About
this-
40.
No.
Yeah. Whatever like you're using for filming,
Yeah.
just go ahead and be prepared to like look at it and be like, man, because we literally filmed the first one with like mini GoPros and
Yeah.
We had one Panasonic.
one Panasonic, and we got done. We're like, man, this looks great. And then we watched it. We're like, man, this looks like shit. What the fuck did we just do?
Yeah.
So literally, he went out and bought a camera that's worth probably more than like my computer. Terry bought a camera. I bought a camera. We bought full mic systems. Or actually, correction, our Patreons bought us full mic systems.
Nice.
And
Nice.
you know, no, it just
The
now,
gimbals for all the cameras. I mean, it's
Yeah.
yeah, gimbals will make a massive difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Dave, you're watching. Can I borrow some gimbals? I'm sure he's gonna like let us borrow some stuff, but he's gonna be like, "Here, have at it. You
Right.
guys better," because it's gonna be our documentary. So I'm not expecting hand-me-down or handouts. I know everybody's gonna be there for when we need to like ask for advice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if Mike Heisenberg, man, we're in for it.
Yeah,
You're hearing it from there. He's like, "Yeah, I know."
I
What
did
is it,
that from the
Fred?
beginning, man, because I watched all those like static cameras. I know
Yeah.
you have to
Yeah.
watch like all the camera views and see where it goes in. You're basically like an 8-hour investigation. You're probably doing 24 hours of viewing just
Oh yeah,
throwing it out there.
easy. And like I said, that's not even counting B-roll and everything else
Right.
involved. Interviews.
When we did A Voice of the Silence, I think we had it was like what, 40 hours of footage,
Wow.
yeah, it was a lot.
and we used
We had way more than that though, because we were
did.
close to 50 or 60 hours, I think.
Nice. Well, you guys were there 3 days, and you
Yeah.
did daytime stuff too. So
It was
That's
a
a
lot.
lot.
Plus, like, I tried to back up everything on a 2 terabyte hard drive, just so I wouldn't have to keep swapping SD cards in my computer as I edited.
Yeah.
And that helped out a lot. But man, it was still a lot.
Yeah.
it was worth it. It was great. You guys did a great job.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
amazing.
I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I-
appreciate that. It was a lot of work, but it was worth it. And this next one is going to be even better. That's my goal as we keep moving on. Is each film just progressively get
Right.
better and better and better. So
It was good. I loved it.
Yeah.
that makes sense. What was your most? I guess I can ask this of each of you. At Randolph, what was the most like crazy experience that you had? Maybe like the game changer that you had there.
I think for me, I'm torn between 2 experiences. Was the daytime session that myself and Matt Wyatt did, where Lulu came through, and that whole perhaps
Yep.
thing came
Yeah.
about.
Yeah,
That was-
That blew my mind. But also the thing that happened down in Ida's room blew my mind, because we were just talking about
yeah.
things that we were coming to our own conclusions on, and then we were getting answers that were kind of helping us with our conclusion. That blew my mind, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm going with that one. That was one of those things that like we spent all this time there, and like up until that point, I didn't feel like we got anywhere. And then all of a sudden, we started getting answers to like legit stuff, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's what I liked a lot about it. Just was that it wasn't like staged. It wasn't like over dramatic. Like, I hate that people feel like it has to be dramatic. Like, you guys did a great job. You got amazing evidence, and it wasn't, demons trying to possess you. It wasn't, you know what I mean? It was normal conversations with normal people, and that is, something incredible as well. I love it.
Yeah.
We definitely appreciate that. We do everything in our power to just stay ourselves. We have not done a single thing that has jeopardized that. In fact, like, we've turned down multiple TV shows because of that same situation. Like, I don't want to one be involved in a TV show that's going to be the same thing as everything else.
Yep.
And I don't want to change who I am or who our team is to fit an agenda for a TV show.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
And Brian Baum just mentioned it was real investigating. I really feel it was genuine investigating you guys were doing in front of the camera. There was no acting. There was like Denise, there's no drama over anything over dramatic. I also
like how you did the blind, like what we call, or what we say, the blind spirit box. Like you did, like when we done it, we left the room and like, asked the questions. I never thought about kind of whispering the questions and still being in the same room. Like I didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah, we just did that at Hinsdale this weekend. I was whispering. I actually can be very quiet, I've learned. But yeah, it worked out great just whispering in the same room.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Some of our stuff we tried on Uncovering Wilden, I wish we would have waited on for this last documentary we just did, A Voice for the Silence. Or mainly one experiment was the blindfold Ouija board that we did.
Yeah.
I'm not even a fan of Ouija boards, but that really intrigues me.
Yeah.
It was interesting because it was KASEY and myself and a former team member of ours, and Matt Wyatt was standing up asking questions, and then like every once in a while he would spin the board a different direction. So like that threw another curveball into it. To like we had no idea what was going on, and I mean it spelled out a name.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that would be the only way I would trust a Ouija board, because I'm always afraid that, we talk about this all the time. I'm always afraid that I'm like subconsciously moving my hand to where get the answer that I want, even if somebody else's hand is on it. I mean, especially if you go into an investigation knowing the actual names, knowing the actual history.
Right.
Tell me who you are, and both of you know that name. I mean, how do you not know that you're subconsciously yourself? But to do that blindly and be spinning the board around and shit, I mean, that's super
cool.
something to that for sure. That's why I prefer like the blind box spirit session or the sensory deprivation session or Estes method, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Sensory deprivation. That was great.
Yeah. You're cutting off all your senses, and all you're hearing is what's coming through the box, having no idea.
Right.
There's no front loading with the questions.
At Wilden Manor, there's like a dark area, and like we were talking to Matt about what we should do, and he was like, maybe we'll tie up one person and blindfold them on one end of the hallway, and on the other end we'll do somebody else. And I was like, fuck that, I'm not doing that noise. And then next time I talked to him, he was like, no, we got something else planned, don't worry about it. And I was like, all right. And like a week before we got there, he was like, just so everyone knows, we're going to tie ourselves up, blindfold ourselves in the shape of a pentagram while we play a Latin prayer. And I was like, what the fuck happened? We go to one person over here, that all of us are doing this shit.
Yeah, right.
It was the most nerve-wracking hour and a half of my life.
So the prayer played for 30 minutes, and then it was silent for an hour, and that was so terrible.
Every noise was like, ah!
No.
Wow. Matt Wyatt, I know he's one of the crew, says it was an amazing and eye-opening experiment for Ouija boards. It really was. I mean, that's probably the first filmed Ouija board session that I was like, there might be something to those things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It
found someone talking about it like on their website. Like I was searching up Wilden and A Voice for the Silence. I do that every once in a while to make sure people are not like stealing it for some other streaming platform without me knowing it. And but what happened was I typed in Uncovering Wilden, and someone put it number 2 on proof that Ouija boards are real.
Nice.
And I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not today.
I mean, would have been cool if they would have asked to use it, but it's cool still that you're on the list.
All they did was just name the documentary and like had a screenshot of the cover photo for it, and I was
okay, that's cool.
They somewhat gave you props. That's cool. I mean,
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh man, I had something on the tip of my head. I hate when I do this. Shit. I'll get back to it. I'll think of it later when it's not relevant to the discussion.
You'll think about it at midnight tonight.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll be messaging Matthew. Hey man, that question I had for you. But I mean, have you guys ever been in a situation where something we would label it as demonic, or have you always had that reasoning that it's just something, a pissed off old guy, or just something that like negative energy, or?
Most of the time we look at it and say it's just dark, it's something, or not dark, it's just negative, it's just something that's angry, whatever. But there has been a situation or two where I've definitely, it was not cool.
Yeah.
Like, him and I were walking into the whirlpool room of Hell's Bar Dam one time, and I saw like just a glimpse of it, but like he walked up and saw the whole thing. And it was like they had a trailer parked in there with a pontoon boat, so it was standing up pretty tall.
Yeah.
And there was a goat man standing behind.
Like, you can see the whole outline of the
Yeah.
buildings and everything.
I mean, taller than the pontoon.
I walked in and said, "Nope, fuck that noise," and turned around.
Yeah, no shit, man.
Yeah, and then we got down the hallway or down the tunnels, about halfway through, and we heard like the sound of like something like, and then we heard hoofs coming down the thing, and I was like,
no.
"We're about to fucking walk real fast, dude."
Yeah.
We walked real fast to the end of the tunnel to the door.
Yeah.
And now, hold on a second. Let's just ask. And I was like, "All right, do what you got to do." I'm holding the door like, if this thing comes, I'm running. And Matt was like, if you're evil, give us one good sign that you're evil. I mean, the darkest, deepest growl I've ever heard in my life. And Matt said, "All right, cool, see you."
Peace.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you, sir. We're probably not coming back here, which we did about 6 more times. So
My old fat ass would probably just play possum and drop dead. Nothing to see. It's like a fainting goat.
Yeah, it was wild. I mean, Wilden's had a couple moments. I can't really say like we've encountered something demonic there, but there's something definitely that's not a
Real
human
man.
spirit.
yeah, it's real angry.
Yeah, I've heard the term "goat man" used quite a bit, and actually Adam Kimmel has referenced it quite a bit in some investigations. Is there anything behind that? I mean, is there a legend behind the goat man, or is it just something
He
that
didn't
people
stick around to find out, man. He was like, "Wait."
Hey, as a matter of fact,
What exactly
Did
are
that?
you?
Oh yeah, you got a tattoo of it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Turn that way.
Yeah, I could see it.
Cool.
Sweet. Now
Does
you're
Leo
hard.
didn't really help you
because I
see
had
it.
a really bad experience there.
Yeah,
So like a peace
I had a
offering?
terrible experience
yeah.
at that place.
Hell's Bar Dam's dope.
We were doing
Yeah, it sounds great.
we were doing a, I guess you can call it a seance, I guess, but we were just really just trying to connect energies. We're sitting at this table and just had our hands on the table.
You didn't tell Alex Bob was there
Alex Bob was there,
with his mirror from
Oh, okay.
Jason Emmerich
Jason, but he had it out the weekend before
at Madison.
At Madison, and they had a real
Okay.
bad experience there with that.
Yep. I've
So he
seen
bought
the
a
video
mirror
of
to
that.
us,
And I used my mirror that's not good. And it was bad. Videos on YouTube. You'll have to see it for yourself, but it's crazy.
Did you have them pointing towards each other,
Yeah.
the mirrors?
yeah, we let him charge inside the tunnels for like 4 hours before we went in there.
Mm.
Which, looking back, probably wasn't like a super good idea.
No, as soon as I pulled my mirror out, he got a huge burn on his neck.
Yeah, it was like, well, yeah, I don't remember the last time we pulled that mirror out. I don't want to.
Ross Opera House, and then that was it for a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever's in there is gonna stay in there.
I've never
crazy.
used a mirror myself. I think part of me is a little fearful of what may come through.
Yeah.
I've
It
just
scared the shit out of me.
I
yeah.
got a strict no mirror policy for anybody to appear behind me. Or when I bring something home, I'm like, if you show up yourself in the mirror, we're gonna have issues.
Right?
That's like one of my biggest fears is like go in my bathroom and turn a light on and
Yeah.
see like,
Seriously.
hey, look at yourself and your reflection move and you don't, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be knocking that mirror out.
Yeah.
Right, that mirror's gone.
Yeah. My wife would come
Right
like, where all the
there.
mirrors go? I'm like, we don't have mirrors in this house anymore, honey. Sorry.
Like what? If that mirror be catching a 2-piece and a biscuit.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, there's
It
just
doesn't-
stuff. Go ahead, Denise.
It doesn't even have to be mirrors, like the scrying mirrors are dark, and Shelly makes fun of me because even when I'm at home, like I turn my cell phone over so I can't see the screen, or my TV, I make sure it's on, because otherwise I feel like it's just a giant scrying mirror. Like you're just going to see something show up in there. Like, I can't, the mirrors, I can't do it.
Yeah, we have a bunch of monitors in our office. So now when I come here, I'm going to be like, I'm turning all this shit on.
Yeah.
Right? Turn it on or cover it up, man.
All right, Mama Santori, we're going to ask your question. Kathy Santori, she got here late. What tunnel and where are the mirrors now?
Tunnels are Hellsbar Dam
The mirrors in a box that's been blessed
and
and
locked
Okay.
and covered inside the box.
Okay,
Very
so
good.
they're safe.
That's
so
acceptable.
Yeah, for now.
The next step would be like burying them in your yard.
Right?
I mean, I'm gonna use it again at some point. I'm just like trying to be in a different mind state than I was last time. Because I guess like I knew there was some bad stuff that was possibly attached to it, but like also was unsure of it and like maybe it's not that bad. And then I experimented with it and my fingers contorted and
I think we had like done so much
Oh.
wrong at that point that like I think we all kind of felt like we were just untouchable, and then well, guess what? We are not untouchable. So
it was so bad that night that Matt Wyatt was trying to sage me and I started gagging.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. Holy crap.
Wow.
You guys are really selling this place. I think I'm going to cross it off of my bucket list now.
No way, man.
That was not the place. That was the mirror thing we did.
the place still gets you.
The place is crazy, but that mirror thing was
something pushed Ben down the second story stairs.
Oh my gosh.
Legit.
Wow.
It's a wild place. Like
You're making me want to go more.
yeah, I'm telling you, like it's a wild place.
Just
It's
show
massive.
up in a suit of sage.
Right?
On
Oh,
fire,
I mean-
you better watch yourself that way.
Probably your best bet.
Yeah.
Holy
Aaron Bates
cow.
says, hey, KASEY, FEOLE, Brian.
What's up, Aaron Bates?
What's up, Aaron?
So, you guys have any questions? Let me think. There's something I've been trying to get the words for it. I'm trying to remember what I needed to ask them, but
Uh-oh.
Were you ever able to kind of that jail cell? Did you guys check it to see if it he did rub against it or
Yeah.
or do you
Yeah,
think
we
it would
walked
move?
back up there.
He was
and-
already in the hallway.
Yeah, I tried messing with the lock and I mean the lock will move if you push it, but it's got to take some force to make that clanking sound.
Mhm.
Sure, you could probably move it and you could hear some grinding against the door or whatever, but that straight up ping that it
Yeah,
did on
that was
the
loud.
film, I mean, you have to lift that thing up and drop it, and he was out in the hallway, so he first told me about it, and I was like, "Oh dang, that's crazy," and not discrediting him at all, but I have to I'm one of those people. I want to see it.
Right.
And
yeah.
as soon as I saw it on the footage, I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
And
He was
wasn't it right before that?
He was out
Right
in the
before
hallway.
that, he was saying "Oh, my door's open. That's probably not good. We should probably
Right.
shut it." Right? And then he goes to walk out, and it's like they try to shut the door.
I'll tell you what. After we filmed there, that is definitely in my top 3 locations that I've been to.
Yeah.
I definitely think it was worth us being there for 3 days.
In the
In the
snow.
cold.
I don't
Yeah.
think. What I'm saying is, I don't think maybe we wouldn't have had the same thought process about that place if we only stayed 1 day.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Like the pizza was garbage.
Be rushing,
It
bro.
was terrible out there.
I was so pissed.
Is that how you guys rank locations of the quality of the local
That's one of the
pizza?
key factors.
Yeah, if you're eating food, I'm angry.
I saw that you guys actually ended up having to just settle with some frozen pizza.
We did get frozen pizzas.
You had to wash the other pizza taste out of her mouth.
We went to the store and we was like, all right, bro, let's load this whole cart up with Tostinos.
Tostinos, man, that's the way to go.
That's funny.
I used to eat 2 of those just in one sitting, man. I was like,
The Tostino.
my parents stocked the freezer with those.
Well, they're like $1 a piece, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and they're super easy.
Those, we had like just tons of frozen food.
Yeah, we're super healthy.
And I was like, I wonder why I can't use the bathroom for the next week and a half.
I wasn't trying to go to that bathroom because you had to walk in that cold ass hallway after I woke up.
So there's like no heat whatsoever. Did you guys have to bring your own like propane heaters and shit?
Dude, we legitimately brought like 4 heaters and locked them in a room.
Yeah.
And that's where we slept because it was like 12 degrees in the building.
Oh my gosh.
I remember when we filmed at the House of Wills with Resident Undead. I was they interviewed me and they let me stick around for the whole process. It was amazing, but it was like, I think it was like negative 20 degrees that day. And there was like a big ass snowstorm coming through. Like we all had to bail right before it hit. And I think they got hit on the way back. I mean, it was bad,
Nice.
but just one day I couldn't imagine being stuck there for 3 days. But it was even worse though. Cause Kimmel and his ripples in time,
Right.
he had me and Musgrove in just our t-shirts and jeans, like in the basement of this place.
No.
Freezing our asses off, dude. It was horrible. But I could definitely appreciate what you guys were going through. With the,
Yeah.
I figured out the question.
Oh.
I don't know if I wasn't paying attention in the documentary or not, but what were those cards that you were using to interact with the ghosts?
Those are called Kanzari cards. So we had those sent to us as a gift, and I was looking things up on them beforehand, and it was one of those things like, hey, let's try those out. And it's pretty cool. Like the how it all worked out, I guess, was really cool. I'm not sure I'm a firm believer on them or not. Like I'm still like biased on them.
I don't know, bro. They've been pretty accurate.
They have been accurate. But I don't know. It's really hard for me to argue against them because they have been so accurate.
They seem pretty accurate during your employment.
I do try to be somewhat skeptical of anything we're doing, but
sure, you have to.
They definitely proved themselves at that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really interested. At first you broke those out. I'm like, is he reading tarot cards?
Right.
What's going on? Like,
they're pretty similar.
We had people like unfollow us because of those cards.
Really?
What?
Really?
Yeah, we also so when we first started like doing this, we were our stance was like we'll never use Ouija boards, and like 6 months later we were like,
Yeah.
It's kind of like Dare, when you do Dare in elementary school, you're like, I'm never gonna do drugs, and like in high school, you're like, I'm probably not gonna do meth.
Yeah.
Probably.
So, like that's literally like all it's been is like every time we do something, people like we've had people block us. We had people try to talk to locations we were going to. They're like, they're gonna use an Ouija board, and most of the owners are like, yeah, we don't give a shit, man.
We trust anyway.
Yeah. And
the location we were just at over the weekend, they were like strictly no Ouija boards.
No
So I'm
Ouija
like,
board.
hey, pendulum?
Right.
Pendulum with a spirit board underneath. Is that cool?
Right. But those are okay though.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same.
It's all the same shit.
I mean, you're using your body, and the spirit energy is going through your body into the pendulum,
Right.
moving it across the spirit board. It's the same
Right.
thing. I mean, and honestly, I mean, besides the physical touch, which you could actually probably debate, because most of the time when you're holding a recorder, you're touching it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it sort of the same thing? It's not physically manipulating your body to answer
Right.
that.
But we're all on the same page, man. I mean, my whole outlook is if you're investigating, it doesn't matter what you're using. Like,
Right.
you are opening yourself up regardless. If I say, hey, what's going on? Or I say, hey, what's going on? My hands are on a Ouija board.
Right.
My thing is, we've used them a bunch now, and there's been like 3 times they've worked.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
I mean, even just walking into a building and saying, hey, I'm here to talk to you is opening yourself up. You know what I mean?
Or even
And-
there's a ton of people I know that'll be like, you can use my energy,
Right.
Yeah.
and same thing.
Never say that.
Exactly.
That happens even when I don't ask. So
Right.
you walk into that one. Don't open it up if you're not ready to deal with the consequences of that.
Right.
But yeah, I was really interested in those cards, and I'm was watching how accurate they were as you were
Yeah,
flipping
that
them,
was crazy.
like, correlating to what history that you guys had been able to dig up. And that was another thing that I really appreciated about the documentary, was the fact that you went and you did some fact checking, at the historian's location, and it definitely
That was cool.
it definitely backed up the title of the documentary. You guys were figuring out some stuff. I mean, you were.
That was the goal, and I know KASEY, when he got back, he was like, I think he said one of the weirdest things was that Lulu Wood changed her name, and then like she didn't have a. Was it correct? She didn't have a death date, or it just said like she came back and then they didn't have like when she left.
It was weird.
Mhm.
It was just super weird to like actually put names with like people that died there.
Right.
You can talk to like location owner or like people that have been there, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, this demon went in there and ate the whole family, and it was just crazy." And it's like, they died of old age. But then you actually look at some of this stuff that the historian was telling us, like, suicides of guys, falling off the roof and ended up into the basement and stuff like that. Like, all that stuff's in those books.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, this is like legit. These people legit died here. So
Right.
Yeah, it's
I
amazing
found it
what.
interesting that they took them off site to be pronounced dead, so they couldn't really count it. Yeah, that was really. I was like, oh.
it was smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spending insurance money on it.
Except they did get hit with Ida and that guy that didn't they also get hit with the guy that fell off the third story or something?
Yeah, I thought that was the one that they really. Yeah, that's the one I thought I remember hearing the most. Like that's where they were telling that story, I thought it was the guy that fell off.
Yeah, they said he was still alive whenever he hit the ground, and then they died in the ambulance, and the lady was there was like, nope, he died here.
And Ida, you couldn't hide that one. I mean,
No,
she took her own life. I mean, they couldn't hide that one, but
Right.
or maybe she didn't take her own life.
yeah, I also like that the direction you took there. During that point, trying to see maybe she's mad because she didn't take her life, and everybody thinks so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested in going back there just to continue that story because, like, I legit want people to understand. Sure, it was a great time to film a haunted location, but now I'm invested in that story. Like, we were getting somewhere, specifically with the two spirits, and then I was like, all right, our time's up, and now I'm sitting here thinking like, crap. There's still so many more questions I have now that like we've done this. So I'm definitely planning on going back, and I'm sure it'll be another film.
Maybe a Voiceless Silence too.
Ooh.
In the fall time, not the fucking winter.
Yeah.
Look, if it's 40 degrees, I'm dying. So us being in there, like legit, you walk out of our room was nice. After that first night, we got a room nice and warm. Like,
Yeah.
we all went to bed in like hoodies and sweatpants. Like, woke up, we were like, man, is it summertime? What's going on?
It makes it worse sometimes.
Chilling hell. This is great.
Then you open the door and step out, and you're like, oh shit.
Right.
Using the gimbal in the 20-degree weather is terrible. Your hands are just like, ow, this hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like no using gloves with that. You got to be delicate and like right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Wyatt was flying the drone. It's the same thing. He can't really use gloves doing that.
Yeah.
And then you go outside, it's just a wide open area, so wind just smacking the.
Yeah.
You're just like, man, I hate this.
Yeah.
Hey, we got some awesome shots though. I'm proud of them.
Absolutely.
I'll have to show you guys pictures of the seminary with the walls frozen on the inside of the walls. The interior walls are frozen in that building. So that's what we deal with all winter too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's a mess.
Yeah. What's the weather normally like in September up there?
Either
It
50
could
or
be
90.
95 or 70.
Right.
Really one of two different extremes.
We never know.
Right.
If I go up there and it's 95 degrees, I'm gonna be real sad.
I'm gonna be like, man, fuck.
Last year at MadCon, it was like 95 degrees. So we changed the
Yeah.
date hoping that we could avoid that. So hopefully it'll be better this year.
So far, what I've seen, the week and a half before MadCon on the Weather Channel's got it at like 72 and 58. So
Yeah, let's
Okay.
hope for that.
I've got hoodies
It'll
packed.
be
Yeah.
this is
Spoiler
this is
alert,
o-
that means nothing.
Yeah. So in reality, it's Ohio, so it'll be like 95 with 100% humidity, or it'll be like
Right.
-20 and like 5 feet of snow.
Right. So pack
No, I'm just kidding.
accordingly.
Sometimes in the same day.
I would take the snow. I don't like it being too hot.
No, me neither.
How do you deal with living in the South then, man?
I just bitch every day when I wake up.
I just wake up and go to bed and go, fuck.
Fair enough.
And I gotta go out this shit. Yeah. Yeah, Matt Wyatt said using the drone in 30-mile wind and snow is not fun. I would imagine.
It was a great shot, though. It was a great
It
shot.
snowed every single day.
And it was crazy because on the way up there was no snow. The minute we parked at Randolph, it was like, and here we go. And it started snowing. And we're like, oh, this sucks. So then it stopped. We went to the store. We went to the store and got groceries for the weekend or the week. And then went to Taco Bell and got food. Got back. When we got back, it just dropped on us.
And I think I was one of the only people on the team that was like, hell yes, it's snowing, because I wanted those shots with snow all over the ground and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That
I
was
was
so
like, man, it's gonna
good.
be fantastic. And everybody else was like, man, this sucks.
I was so mad.
But I mean, you got to capture the Midwest at its most beautiful.
Tennessee, so
Yeah,
I
that
think.
was-
I mean, I think it added kind of to the whole drama of the show, just being ice cold and just the
Yeah.
way you feel, like kind of
really-
like correlates with that feeling when you get that activity. You got that cold spot, just like giving you the shivers. It's like the whole movie was like that. For you guys.
I was really attempting to see what happened with us being in that freezing cold building for 3 days, and we didn't leave. So I was hoping to get that feeling of like, damn, these dudes are wore out. Like we were exhausted, but I don't know. I was just kind of curious to see what would have happened as our energy kind of was depleted by being so cold all the time.
I forgot why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Wyatt busted his ass and knee because of the damn snow and ice.
Yeah, they had
I
a
still
wheelchair
hurt.
ramp that just got super icy first, and
Yeah.
Wyatt went down quick. But I mean, he's the oldest guy on our team, so it's understandable.
Next one, we have a special walker. I wasn't supposed to announce it yet, but like we made him a walker.
Yeah, so at MadCon, you send the guy with the walker. Make sure you to hold the door for him or something.
And just call him Pat Paul.
He loves getting called Papaw. He loves it.
Well, you know what? With that cold, man, you show people that, like, we go into these places. We don't, regardless of the weather.
Right?
Sometimes.
Because it's not always fun either,
No.
I'm going to tell you right now, both of our documentaries have not been fun at all.
No.
The first one, it started out in the cold, and it was snowing the first day we filmed there.
And it was like 100.
It was 110 degrees in there the last day we filmed there, and I was like,
Oh my gosh.
worst. And then we got to Fairfield, and it was like, hey, hope you guys don't mind getting shit on by snow. And I was like, oh, great, perfect. So the next one's probably going to get like a hurricane or something and just destroy us.
Poor
Okay,
Pat
you guys carry on. I will be right back. I got a situation upstairs.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Papaw's all. Papaw, it's okay. Hey, well, why is Papaw?
I'll be right back, guys.
All right, 10-4. Hey, Papaw, it's time for you to go to bed.
Yeah, he gets ornery without going to bed. Going to bed after 8.
He's got it.
Well,
He's
yeah,
got
it's past my
like 6
bedtime.
to watch Murder, She Wrote. So
Murder, She Wrote. Oh, shit.
And he's got to be eating his oatmeal raisin cookies.
it's Raisin Bran, too.
After supper.
Jen's.
Murder, She Wrote, and Falcon Crest.
And what?
Falcon Crest. Do you remember that show?
No.
I'm the oldest one probably on our team.
I do
Why
remember
is that
Murder
good
She
to
Wrote.
watch all his westerns?
He's playing
Matt's
bingo.
playing bingo. Hey, Pawpaw, we hope you win.
079.
Do you ever go do bingo?
He's big on bingo and his oh my gosh, I forgot the cigarette name. The Dourals. He loves the Dourals.
Does he set up knickknacks around his bingo card?
Little troll dolls.
Not even Bush Light, Bud Ice.
Yeah, he drinks Bud Ice and just yells at us when we get in his yard.
You take an angry fist too? Yeah.
Kids these days, and you're doohickey. Back when I started ghost hunting, the ghosts used to be my friends.
Pull your pants up.
Oh my god.
Wyatt's a good dude. He's just old and he gets real cranky at night, and he's always up before us. And
The worst part about it is having to walk him around the location everywhere so he doesn't fall and break his hip. He's always grabbing on my arm like, help me out of my car, young man.
oh shit!
Oh my god.
Camel and filter and Coors Original.
Oh man!
He's got a Phillips 69 sign in his garage.
No matter what.
With a hat that's like stands up this tall on his head.
He just wears all his hats like this. Hey, Sonny.
Oh jeez.
Wyatt's getting his straight roasted on here for no reason.
I know. Apparently we didn't need to have Wyatt on because he is a part of the show.
I know.
The problem is your show's so late.
He's supposed to be in bed.
Yeah, he's gonna be real cranky in the morning and misses the fucking Phillips 66 dumbass. Yeah, you wouldn't know that, Wyatt. You have the sign in your garage.
Along with like a
Oh shit, Goose is back. Be quiet.
petty sign.
What?
You got an old Marlboro ashtray that you got in the contest back 30 years ago.
What I missed?
Nothing. We're still talking about Matt. Well, they are.
Nice. Sorry about that. My dogs were upstairs. My family is out at the drive-in. The dogs are going crazy upstairs. I heard talking, and I look at the phone. They're still at the drive-in. So I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I looked there. It was just my daughter's alarm on her Alexa going off.
Oh my gosh.
They left all the lights off, so I'm stumbling around getting upstairs. Turning off. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Glad it wasn't anything serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just roasting Wyatt.
Yeah.
I'll continue.
He always
He
wants
told
to
the
talk
story
about
that I
like,
called.
the day that he was with Moses when he parted the Red Sea. He's like, I tried to tell Moses how to do it, but he wouldn't listen.
Shut up, man.
So you guys are psyched to get to Madison. Are you guys? I'm assuming you guys are going to be around for the investigation, right?
Oh yeah. We're
there the whole time.
Yeah, the whole team will be there for the Friday night investigation, and then Saturday all night Saturday, and then
Nice.
yeah, Adam hit up Matt and was like, "Hey man, I want you guys to be part of the cruise at MadCon," and Matt was like, "Yeah, I don't care what's going on, I'm going." And hit us all up. Everyone's canceling everything we got going on that weekend and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
We
such a
missed
good
out.
event.
It's
Yeah.
cool to be asked too. Like, I would just like to go just to go, but you know, the fact they're like, yeah, come out and be headliners with us, and that was awesome.
Yeah. That's you guys are going to
We're
love
gonna have a
it.
good time.
Yeah.
We'll be there, and I think we're Heisenberg and I will be sticking around for the Saturday night investigation, so we'll be there with you.
Hell yeah.
It'll be cool.
Yeah, we know a couple of the guys going. I know Justin Brown from Interface Dev's going to be there. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
This is seriously just going to be like a giant paranormal family reunion. There
Yeah,
are
it is.
so many people coming. I'm so excited.
Yeah, there's a lot of people coming that I've talked to a lot, like on different podcasts. We've had them on our show a few times. It's the first time
Right.
we'll be able to meet them face to face. It's
Yeah.
going to be really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same on that one.
Yeah, I know I was supposed to meet a few of them at the Gettysburg Bash. Was it back in August, right? Or July? It was in July it was supposed to be, but
Yeah.
COVID shut that down.
Yeah.
And so that got canceled. So it's kind of like it's going to happen now. I'm really excited for this. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. I think that that's part of the reason that it's going to be so good too, just because everybody's been, locked up in their houses. There's so
Yeah.
much fucking negativity in this world.
Mhm.
Like, I'm
You are not
so
lying.
excited to just have a whole weekend of just positivity and
Yeah.
love and raising a shit ton of money. And, it's
Yeah.
just going to be all
We were
positive.
fortunate enough, like our Patreons and our followers helped us out so much, but like we have been able to donate a generous amount thanks to all the people helping us out to cystic fibrosis. I mean,
Awesome.
just as an announcement thing, I guess we're gonna have merch there, and half of our sales are going straight to the cause. So
Awesome.
Man,
Awesome.
the Gateway shirt is a one-time only cystic fibrosis shirt. So
Awesome. Oh my gosh, that's exciting.
Awesome. Make sure you bring bring a big old 6XL for the goose.
we were going to bring Wyatt a shirt with us, but he only wears suspenders. So
That's funny.
with a stripe button-up shirt with his pack of cigarettes in his pocket.
Talking about
Oh,
old
shit.
times.
talking about when ghosts weren't spoiled brats like they are now. These ghosts these days don't even talk to you. Always on their damn doohickeys.
What's a Twitter?
Tweeter.
A Facegram?
Jen's
You call
excited.
that music?
Look, I'm going to tell you this right now. Jen Smith has been like huge for Gateway. She is anything we've ever released. She's been the first in line to get it. Like,
Nice.
and like literally, we released some like special edition koozies.
Her and Lou just been killing.
Yeah, and she bought all the koozies that we had made, and then gave them to all the other Patreons.
Oh, that was nice.
That's
I was like, man, I didn't get one, but it's still cool. MadCon is going to be epic, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of MadCon, this would be a great little segue if you guys don't mind. Denise actually has a list.
Oh,
of-
you want me to?
Yeah, pull that out. It's going to be amazing. It's an amazing raffle.
We're going to
Justin-
talk about the raffle for a second because that is another epic part of the event. Adam posted a video with all of the information about how to buy the tickets and everything. I don't know. We could probably post a link to that. Maybe we can do that, right?
Yeah.
Later on. Okay.
So,
But so these locations, Monroe House, the Knickerbocker Hotel, Bonnie and Clyde Ambush Museum, Wildwood Sanitarium, Malvern Manor, Hillview Manor, Prospect Place, West Virginia Penitentiary, Wilson Castle, Trans-Allegheny, Old South Pittsburgh Hospital, Ohio State Reformatory, Sweet Springs Sanitarium, Old Paulding Jail, Madison Seminary, Fairfield County Infirmary, Saratoga County Homestead, the Myrtles Plantation, Landell's Mohican Castle, the Conjuring House,
Oh, yeah.
Hinsdale is actually, that includes 50 hours of recording from Vicky too. And then the Old Jail Inn in Rockville. And then there's also, for all of the paranormal teams, this is super cool. Laura Marini is going to donate 30 minutes of her time. She works with the Travel Channel and, has been part of a ton of different shows. So if there's a paranormal team that just wants, 30 minutes of, like, they want to pitch a show, or they just want, information from an insider, that she's donating 30 minutes of her time to whoever wins that raffle. Like, these places just really pulled through, and it is freaking amazing. to see.
They're gonna get so much. They're gonna raise so much money this year. Hopefully.
Right. And you don't have to be. There's a ton of prizes that will be available just to people who are at MadCon. But if you can't make it, you can buy raffle tickets for the locations and the time with Laura Marini online. You can just text the business line and get them. I think Kathy's posting links right now.
Yep, Kathy's posting links.
Awesome. Thank you, Kathy.
I think the original thing was they were hoping to raise like 3,000. I think.
Yeah.
And,
We're gonna blow that away.
I told Adam, I was like, our team will raise that by ourselves.
Right.
He's like, okay, man. And shortly after, him and Addie's messaging us like, holy shit. I'm all about it, man. I got kids, and this hits a special place in my heart. So we're all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you know somebody who's dealing with the issue, it's a whole nother ballgame when you're helping with these fundraisers. I mean,
Right.
you know, even if you have a healthy kid, knowing that they're a friend of yours has a child suffering with something, or a family member that's close to them,
Right.
you gotta get all in on that.
For sure.
And especially this year, because they've made so many strides in terms of, you know, finding a cure for cystic fibrosis. So like, we're so close, you know what I mean? And
that's amazing.
It's possible that it'll be soon. We just have to, you know, get the doctors the funds. So we're working on it.
Yep.
Right,
And
here's the question for you guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could donate to one of those places. Where are you donating? Where are you donating, and where are you trying to get into?
No.
There's two situations for me. If I'm donating just for myself, or if I'm just donating for my team, for our team to go to.
Just you.
I gotta go. I gotta go to the Conjuring House. I mean, after having Andrea Perrin on our show, you know, I wanted to witness for myself, like her experiences were actually much more positive than they were negative.
Yeah.
From the way she describes it and the way she's written it in her book, which I haven't read yet. Waiting for Denise to hand it off to me. I'm too cheap.
Yeah, you know, I'm afraid of everything. You know, spoiler. Yeah. That's not a big secret. But the way that she talks about the Conjuring House is not at all how they portray it. So I think I would go. I really think I would.
The way she described it, some of those things happened. Some of the things that the Warrens did may have amped things out of control. Mm-hmm. And she said The Conjuring, the movie, was close to some of the things that basically happened there, but overall, she said the experiences they had were amazing.
Yeah, and they lived there, what, like 7 years after all of those events took place?
There was a 10. Yeah, it was a while.
Maybe. Yeah, so, I mean...
So, I mean, for me... Plus, I mean, that's always been an interest location for me since before all these amazing locations have been offered up. I mean, even just to get a one-day walking tour through some of these places would be
exactly
would be worth it. I mean, these are amazing things. So my pick, the Conjuring House. What about you, Denise?
I don't know. I really want to go to Sweet Springs.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's kind of attainable, you know, like without winning a raffle.
Yeah.
And honestly, maybe Wilson Castle, because then I'd have to go, you know, like, I won. I guess I have to go now. I feel like that's a place I wouldn't just plan a trip to go to.
Yeah, Wilson Castle, that's a good call too, because Wilson Castle's kind of newer on the scene. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know how long they've been open for investigations, but
it sounds like a while.
I know. People have been talking about it all of a sudden, like it's a great place to go. And I'm like, this is the first I've heard of it. I mean, Dead Republic filmed. I mean, since they, you know, released it, that's where they filmed their documentary. I've been like, I've never heard of that place. It looks freaking amazing. Right. Mm-hmm. What about you, Mike?
I am gonna go with Mansfield.
Really?
Yep. Is that 2 public hunt tickets? I think.
Yeah.
I'm taking your word on it, Ray. That it's big enough that you don't know, but you don't realize what's going on.
Yeah, I
If
did.
I was going for the team thing. I want another crack at Hinsdale.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you. I mean, Hinsdale's great. 10 people is rough. I mean, we had.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a little high for that house.
I mean,
for that house.
it's a freaking phenomenal prize. I mean, you
I
will
mean, I
never
don't think there's a
experience-
rule that you have to take 10, though.
Right,
You know,
yeah, it's
you can
just
take 3.
or 10 if you want to.
Yeah.
But that just Hinsdale was phenomenal. I was just going for a place that I've always just kind of, thought about in the back of my mind, like, man, I got to check that place out someday.
You just weren't a team player for your team, Dick.
Where are you guys putting your tickets?
I'm going Sweet Springs.
Yeah.
I'm either Sweet Springs or Ohio State Reformatory.
There you go. They're both so beautiful.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Josh Bender. I don't know, man. I might.
Wow, Josh, you can fall in love with even more. Get out of here.
Maybe I'll put my guitar case out, like taking donations, and then give it all to.
There you go.
There you go.
It's just gonna be full like Josh's boxers.
That's
There's
all right.
Wow.
There's some great acoustics up in the asylum, just so you know.
Yeah. Hopefully it is a 50-degree weather day then.
Right?
You don't be playing up in that attic on a hot day.
Before everyone gets there, and do like a video of me playing in the asylum. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
I've always wondered that'd be a pretty cool place to shoot a freaking rock video.
Right?
That'd be awesome.
It really does have good acoustics, though. You should see
Yeah, it
do
does. Yeah, it does.
It does.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you guys get in there and investigate, man. Madison's always kind of been like our go-to, kind of like our paranormal home away from home. So it's been.
I mean, we haven't been there, but I know the past few years we've talked about it and just never ended up working out. And then this year I was like, here we go.
You're gonna love
Right?
it.
Yeah.
That building makes you fall in love with her.
Yep. You'll be hooked.
It's going to be like a 9-hour drive multiple times a year.
It's worth it, man. Every hour is worth it. I think.
Yeah. I got a rough drive to get there, but it's worth
Yeah.
it.
2 minutes.
You could ride your bike, get on your kid's tricycle and wheel down.
Right?
You see Denise wheeling down the street in a freaking big wheel, going to Madison.
Be there in 5 minutes.
I would love to see that.
That'd be funny.
Up there.
No, this road is dangerous. You can't be driving a freaking
Yeah.
tricycle down the road.
Oh, but yeah, you guys are gonna love it, and we're excited to meet you guys up there.
Likewise.
I can't express how excited I am for it this year. It's like Denise said. I mean, it's gonna be like a big family reunion. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
too long.
it's gonna be less like a paranormal convention and more like just everybody hanging out and
Right.
doing what they can to raise some money. It's gonna be cool.
That's fantastic.
It's gonna be legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the raffle items at Madison itself are usually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a kick-ass handmade blade last year.
Oh yeah.
I put most of my tickets towards that thing. It was your friend.
Yeah, my friend Brian, who owns
Yeah.
Forge 22.
Yeah. And it was actually the story behind his blade making. He actually donates a lot of that money to
The veterans
veterans suffering from PTSD, and it was a really cool deal. I felt like, after knowing that, after winning the blade, I'm like, wow, I felt like I helped out a little bit,
Yeah. Yeah.
Put my money towards
The
it.
22 in Forge 22 is from the 22 veterans a day that commit suicide. So that's, I mean, he made the business for that. So
Right.
it's very
He's a real good dude. So
yeah,
there'll be some amazing raffle baskets there. I think the thing is, I think the raffle baskets there you can only win if you're on site purchasing tickets for them. So.
Yeah.
But it'll be legit.
And I'm gonna spend us a bunch of money.
I know. Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah, dude.
I need to sell a car or something. Holy shit.
Right. Anybody need a 12-year? No, I'm just kidding.
There's so,
Do some yard work for you. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm just blown away. Eddie keeps like texting us and being like, "Oh, I got this one today." I'm like, "Oh my god, I
know.
can't."
I mean, I think we're
still
dark
waiting
out.
to hear back from a place right now.
Nice.
We got
It's just
one lined up for
people
it.
talk about pure unity all the time, and then this is like such a huge display of it. Because for a while, you're all the drama and everything else, and so it's good to know that the community can come together and do freaking amazing things.
Definitely.
It's awesome.
Back in the day when they started throwing that word around para-unity, I used to think it was full of shit.
Right.
It was just a bunch of bullshit. But I'll tell you what, since I've witnessed so much, the way people have come together, like especially at Madison and now Fairfield, just to like spend time like busting their ass, like renovating this place,
Right.
so that it could be shared to the world. And it's not even just the paranormal. I mean, you guys are doing historical tours. If people just want to walk through and witness a building and just see part of their neighborhood's history, your guys are there doing it. And I mean, it's that's what it's all about. And I believe in it now, and with MadCon 3 and all the other cons, and I've had a couple fundraisers myself that have been pretty successful.
Yeah.
It's amazing how people are coming together. And I think,
because like we got to the point pretty early in our career where we were like, I literally was about to come out with shirts that said "fuck para-unity."
Right.
All the people we were talking to like ended up turning their backs on us for no reason, and then like just constant drama. And I was like, I'm over this. But then within the past year and a half, it's been like we've met some incredible people, and it's been awesome. Like I wouldn't call it para-unity. I just call it actual friendships. Like just people.
It just so happens to be within the paranormal community.
They were.
And to Darren Smith, who said bid on Terry's doll, that doll is amazing, but I am one person that will not be bidding on any doll, let alone Terry's.
I mean, maybe to keep at the seminary because she would be beautiful there, but no.
Our friend Terry Long, who actually runs the ghost hunts at Old Licking County Jail down in Newark, Ohio. She has this like side business, Long Gone Dolls, and she makes these crazy ass, freaking horror looking dolls, man.
Oh my god, they're so cool. They are really. She does.
She made one for the Monroe House, right?
Yeah, she did.
So you remember that creepy ass doll was at Monroe House?
You always remember Terry's dolls, man.
Right?
Yeah, you never forget Terry's dolls. There's a couple of them at Madison, aren't there?
I think we have two. Maybe.
Two? I know there's that little. Did she make the little creepy one that had like the?
I think so.
The
The little
glowing eyes.
tiny one with the glow in the dark eyes.
Yeah, that has the sensor or the movement sensor
Yeah,
where it'll start moving and like its eyes glow red.
Yeah, and I didn't know that it had a sensor on it, and I've never seen it move for like 6 months, and then all of a sudden it started doing it. Yeah, that one. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know we do have one in the lobby.
Yeah.
That's Terry's for sure.
Yeah, I was traumatized by Child's Play, Chucky, as a young kid, and I've never been able to do dolls. I can't.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I grew. I have 2 little girls, and they like to prey on my fear. So I'll go to bed and I notice this little bump in the covers, and I pull it back, and one of their fucking crazy ass looking dolls is laying there staring at me. They hear me fucking scream, and they're like, "Ha ha!" Like you little
that's awesome.
But yeah,
That's awesome.
So if you guys, I always ask this too, if you guys had one location, money's no option for the team or yourself or whatever, where would you go? What's the top on your bucket list?
Black Monkhouse.
What was that?
What?
Black Monkhouse.
Never heard of it. Where's that?
It's in Europe.
Oh, okay.
Pontefract, England.
Pontefract.
Mine is Lep Castle in Ireland.
Good call.
Yeah,
I've heard of that.
Understand, like if we're going to Ireland, it's solely based on the fact that we get to drink whiskey also.
Oh yeah.
Lep Castle's dope.
Yeah.
Also, so
yeah, I mean you got to have a lukewarm Guinness, a couple shots of whiskey, and then you go ghost hunting.
Is like we got in a situation where I started pricing everything out for Lep Castle.
Yeah.
Lep Castle was like there's somebody living there now.
Oh, really?
So the investigations are like you can go there, but on like certain parts of it, and I'm like, man, that fucking sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the person's just walking around the whole time while you're there, like just
You do
watching TV.
A cup of coffee.
In his bathrobe.
He's like, hey, what's going on?
Right.
Tending to the castle.
Might not want to go in the bathroom for a minute, guys.
Make yourself at home.
Why? I believe in ghosts there, boyo.
That's true.
Yeah, you can't bring Wyatt to Left Castle. There's too many stairs. His back won't be able to handle it.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Maybe they have one of those chairlift things that goes up the side of the, the
He's
stairs.
trying to get us to purchase that, and we're not doing it. I'll retire.
Or the Vlad Tepes Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are thinking nice. I like the way you guys are thinking on that.
Hey, also, to be real, suicide forest in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
don't know.
intrigued the hell out of me.
It intrigued
about
me.
another forest.
I don't know if I would want to go, but
Yeah.
I'm
it's
trying to
very
camp.
intriguing. I'd be interested to watch what you guys find while you go,
There you
but I
go.
don't think I could go.
We'll go out there and camp for a couple days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's
Is
crazy.
there another forest in Romania or something that's pretty bad too?
Mhm.
That forest is, oh, you know what? Never mind. I got one, the catacombs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, catacombs.
Or the Vatican.
Yeah.
Vatican will be dope.
yeah.
Probably be killed.
I doubt they'd let you ghost out there.
Yeah, but you guys said no money, no questions.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
Go to the Vatican, and I'm exposing everything.
I'd like to go to that. I can't Mary King's Cross or the it's that underground, basically underground living space that they would put people in during the plague in Scotland.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a whole like area where people would live down. It was underneath the ground. It was like a sub level of the city.
Weren't they like a small
What
little
was it?
spaces?
For like to keep them safe
To
or
keep,
something?
yeah,
Like-
no, to keep them away from proper.
Oh, they were like sick people.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Sick people, poor people. You know, I mean, it was like how we treated
Bad
people
conditions.
in insane asylums. We would throw people who were, you know, had behavioral issues or just mental instability, but they would also throw people that were suffering from the plague down there.
Oh, jeez.
So I mean, it was a crazy energy. A friend of mine actually based his psychology thesis on some work he did down in that area. He pumped certain areas up with EV or EMF,
Mhm.
and he would subject people to like some kind of interview to see if they were their levels of environmental sensibility were higher than others, and he would have them write down like their paranormal experiences while they were down there, and just to
Huh.
kind of base on like if you have a high aptitude for like environmental sensitivity, like how does that affect your ability to witness paranormal activity?
Huh.
Or how does that affect, maybe tricks your brain into thinking that you're witnessing paranormal activity when you're just interacting with high EMF and you're
Right.
having some kind of interaction with it. It's a lot more scientific than I just
Because
put
a
it.
lot of it's the same, right? I mean, if you're
Yeah.
around high EMFs, it's like the dizziness, the chills, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
Like did. Who's the director? Be like,
Chad Kelly.
yeah, Chad Cowley did that with Blood Red Sky. Kind of
yeah.
much of the EMF, but like just
Yeah.
putting the different factors in and the variables, and that's probably one of my favorite documentaries that's ever come out. That, and then the one they've been doing, the 3-part series of the Sir No Face.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
the part yet, but apparently it's wild.
There's 3 parts to that. I've only seen the first one.
There's
Yeah.
Sir No Face, there's Sir No Face the Gray, and then the third
Really?
part is actually like their what's happened afterwards, and like
There's like people hacking into their like
Computers.
TVs and showing them pictures of their own house and stuff. Like,
talking about we're gonna come get you if you release this footage and shit. And like it's wild.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. I tell you what, I'm loving this underground like independent stuff that's going on. I mean, you guys are friends at Dead Republic. I mean, obviously Resident Undead,
Mhm.
Interface Death. I mean, and then you got like the Chad Kalick stuff. I mean, it's just amazing stuff for people to watch that I don't think people even realize there's so much that you can watch and actually be entertained by.
I kind of think like Hellier is kind of breaking that down at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because Hellier came out as an independent thing, and it became mainstream. I mean, people like jumped
Yeah.
on it. And I love it. I'm glad it did, and I think it's going to open a whole new doorway for independent filmmakers to kind of actually step up and.
Oh yeah.
Or the food chat already happened at the pizza.
Yeah, John, you missed it.
I don't know. I'm a hot wings guy though.
You are a hot
Yeah. John Ward's always good to start the food discussion, but we had that a while ago. It's basically we had a whole conversation on pizza you missed, bro.
Yeah, you missed it, man. You got to watch the replay.
They're looking forward to coming north to hit a Pizza Hut. He's like, oh yeah.
I hope your crust is better than ours.
Oh gosh,
But
we're gonna have so much pizza at MadCon.
yeah, right. For everybody actually bringing the pizza that they say they're bringing.
Right?
You know what? I'll throw Luca's into the bunch from right here in Stowe. It's the best New York style.
Luca's good. Yeah, Luca's good.
True New York style pizza.
I'm
The
excited.
kind you got to fold and it gets greasy all over, and it's freaking phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Heisenberg.
Now,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm craving pizza now.
Yeah, right. Is this show almost over? I gotta go get some pizza.
Josh Bender said covered bridge pizza is good.
Oh, that is.
John Ward agrees with Heisenberg on the Luigi's.
All right, so we passed through Egger. We're gonna stop and get some,
Oh yeah, if you're going through Akron, you got to stop at Luigi's.
and then we're
Yeah,
gonna
just get the cheese pizza. Great cheese, man.
I'm sure we will. I mean, we gotta go up through the entire state.
Yeah, I gotta find out.
Right. He's gonna look. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna assume that they're coming right up. If they're coming up from the south, they're gonna be hitting 77 at some
Oh, I'm
point,
sure. Yeah.
which goes right through Akron on the Route 8 eventually. No.
Let's see.
What are you talking about, John?
Probably because I said straight cheese.
Actually, look.
Oh, come here.
Hey, so it's
There's
7.
usually a line outside Luigi's.
Oh
Guys,
yeah.
look.
What's that?
Let me have your pizza.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
the hut. Nice.
My
Burn
oldest
free
works
pizza.
there. He just got home from work and he brought pizza home.
Then
We've been talking about pizza for most of the show.
staying on 7.
I tell you what, I used to work at Buffalo Wild Wings in Streetsboro here, and I had eaten so many wings working there because we would just
Yeah.
take whatever we had pre-made home. So I would go with a bucket
Nice.
of like 60 wings, and
Oh my god.
me and my roommate would sit there and freaking eat the whole 60.
Oh
You
my
know, and I
God.
worked there. I worked there almost every night. After I quit, I didn't eat wings for probably almost 2 years.
Really?
So done
I
with
could
wings.
see that. Like he's 16. He doesn't care. He'll eat
Oh,
pizza
yeah.
every day. All
Pizza's
3
life,
meals
man.
a day. He doesn't care.
Favorite wing sauce?
Favorite wing sauce? For me, there's a local place here called Altier's. They have this killer sauce. It's called Samurai. It's like a spicy teriyaki, but it's not like killer spice. It's not like blowing your eyes out of your head spice. It's like that kind of like back heat that builds on you after a couple wings. It's good. It's good stuff.
I like the classic mild buffalo, man.
Yeah. Same.
Good choice.
I like it.
Yes.
I feel like it's a safe bet, like no matter where you go, too. You know, it doesn't vary too much. It's a good.
Don't ever let Matt get you wings.
I like the mango habanero.
Mm.
You like some bullshit.
And
I like
I tried this place called Maniacs in Franklin, and they had a straight habanero sauce, and that shit was delicious.
Oh my gosh.
And it's smoked wings.
Don't talk to me about hot stuff.
See, as it gets hotter, I don't taste it. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm like walking around going,
Dude, you'll get a box of half mango habanero, half hot devil's dick 3 or something like that, and then and I like smell him and I start sweating, and he's like, "Man, it's good."
John,
I have
Yeah,
a friend that always goes for the hottest.
100% flats. If you're eating drums,
yeah. John Ward said you got to go for the garlic parm. Those can be pretty good depending on where you get them from.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of them.
No. Well, you like to burn the skin off the inside of your mouth kind of guy.
Not always
Right.
though, but I mean,
I
It's
don't
like
think he believes you.
90% of the time.
We'll ask a lot of guests talking about wings, but whatever.
Uh-oh.
Whatever.
You got to talk about food because I mean it's such an important part of investigation.
Right? You're on an investigation for sometimes 3 days, but usually more like, 8
Yeah.
hours.
Right.
That's a lot of meals in one investigation.
Yeah, so like besides like talking about filming, we have like 3 things we talk about, which is like food, alcohol, and
Right.
music.
There you go.
and funny TikToks.
Yeah, we found
Oh
some.
gosh.
As much as I harp on my kids about not watching that, not allowing them to watch it for certain reasons, I watch it quite a bit.
Yeah.
I have never watched it.
Matt made a TikTok for us, and then one day I was like, "Hey, how'd that TikTok go?" He's like, "Yeah, we're like 60,000 followers," and I was like, "What the fuck happened?" I just keep posting videos, and people keep watching them.
Nice.
Well, let's make this more interactive with the guests. Guests, if you're still watching, what is your go-to ghost hunting snack? Let us know.
Mine's the sour gummy worms.
The sour gummy worms,
Yeah.
yeah. You like rock those?
That is, oof, that's a good one.
I usually like you guys. I usually do the beef, the jerky, so I like to get that protein. I don't like to eat all that candy all night. But I will get the big bag of peanut butter M&Ms. Got to have them.
Oh, those are good.
Got to have them.
Good too.
I think those are my favorite M&Ms.
Yes,
Oh.
mine too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Josh Bender, yeah, tacos.
Tacos is always good.
John Ward to Slim Jims.
I love beef jerky, and like I try to like Slim Jims. I try so much.
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
No.
It's like the Wish version of beef jerky.
Yeah. But you can buy a big box of them for like $2. I mean, I could see the affordability of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents used to send them to me when I was overseas, and like I would just get it with the kids. I was like, I'm not gonna eat this.
Yeah. You have the scrap, guys.
Yeah, bacon jerky is awesome.
Yeah,
John Ward just said it.
Yeah.
That stuff's good.
we're skipping out on deer jerky at this point.
Deer jerky.
Oh. Those 2 words make me want to go hunting again. I got to get my hunting license this year. The best jerky ever, man. It's so tender.
I doubt.
It's so delicious.
I plan on going again this year.
Are you?
How are you going to have time? Didn't you just say you have no time?
I'm gonna make time to kill a deer.
That's true. And you could go early in the morning.
You gotta
love
think
deer.
like we get at this point in our lives, like we both get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning as it is.
True. Yeah.
Now I don't go to bed till like 12.
No,
Yeah.
that's not even right.
Conversation with my wife last night. I was like, I wonder when in my life is going to get normal to wake up at 4 o'clock, because every morning I'm like, man, this sucks.
It's never, because we go to bed at like 12 o'clock. You gotta think Matt Wyatt goes to bed at 8 and still wakes up at 8.
Yeah. Oof.
It gets normal when you start meeting your friends at McDonald's for coffee.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I get up at 5:30 myself every morning. So these late nights doing this podcast, I pay for it in the next day, but I love every minute of it. So it's definitely worth it for me. This is like, I mean, it's like, besides ghost hunting, this is like my release.
Right.
And I think it's like the one night a week I get to just get into what I want to talk about. You know what I mean? With awesome people.
I'm so ready to be investigating again. Like it's, we've done some small stuff here and there the past few months, but I'm ready to get some really good locations coming up.
Yeah.
Awesome. We can't wait, man. Is there somewhere like, I mean, do you guys do live feeds or anything from places that maybe you're not filming a documentary at, or you guys just kind of keep that stuff to yourself and post, maybe tidbits, pieces, or anything like that?
We do some live feeds, but it kind of just depends. Like we will pick locations to do a live stream at, and then we'll pick locations and be like, hey, we might go live, but so it's going to be maybe a YouTube episode or something, and then
Gotcha.
If we're doing a documentary, we'll go silent, and then you'll just start seeing promo pictures and then a trailer.
Nice.
Our last one, we went live for like 2 hours and just
The background was just the wall behind us.
I'm like, all right, you guys want to see where we're at? Just kidding. That's what we do. 2 hours. It was a great waste of 2 hours.
We've never had luck with the go live.
I swear to God, every time I tell people we're going to go live, when I get there, there's no freaking service whatsoever.
Yeah.
We used to love going live, but now we're so focused on the cinematic part of what we're doing. It's like,
yeah, I could imagine.
And it's no offense to like who follows us and all that stuff, but like we get caught up doing what we're doing.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, you're focused on the job at hand. You can't, as much as you may want to, it's hard. I mean, there's been times where I said we're going to go live and I completely forget that I even said it because we're so involved in the investigation, and, especially if it's an active night and wherever we are, it's, you're
not thinking about it then.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, maybe we should start filming a little bit more, but I don't know. We were just at the Gill House in Galion, Ohio last weekend, and the place was, it was weird, Heisenberg. It was just like, there were certain points of the night where it was like oddly like too quiet, and then just like a light switch would flip, and we'd have
it was a different kind of haunt that night.
Yeah, it was just really
battery draining. It turned off his spirit. It turned off his grandpa box. Yeah, stopped scanning.
Really?
Yeah, but it was weird because I have one of the Jeff Fent boxes. It's I call it the grandpa box because he had my grandfather's World War II military picture etched on the side of it. It's like a memorial box for my grandfather. I'm waiting for the day he comes through to me. But there's somebody in there because every time I turn it on, even at the Gill House, I heard, "Hey, Goose." I'm like, whoa, what's up?
Yeah.
Whoever's talking to me, hello, thank you. But we're, it's got the hack box radio that you attach to it. And we're sitting in it was the library, I guess. That's what it was called in that room. And we're just listening, and we stopped kind of paying attention to the spirit box. And we turned our attention to something else. I think the EDI device was going off, the EMF detector. It started going just haywire, which was odd because it was completely silent. And then when we turned our attention back to the spirit box, I noticed it wasn't scanning through the stations anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? It should have just stopped scanning by itself.
And my recorder turned off.
His recorder turned off at the same time, and I noticed when I started the scanning, my volume was turned down. So it was like all that happened at like one time. It was like, whoa, what's going on here? Oh, we lost Denise.
But yeah, it was a different kind of investigation.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was weird because just how it would just turn on and then turn off it was quiet a lot of the night, but then we'll get Denise back in here.
Sorry.
Oh, there she is. What's up, Denise? How you doing?
Where we were like doing so much stuff for YouTube and
season 4 Fortnite came out.
Gotcha.
I've turned it into I don't know. Every time I start getting more focused on YouTube stuff, like trying to make just constant content and stuff, it gets to the point where I'm like, man, I just want to do quality over quantity.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I don't want to just have monotonous content out there just to be having content.
Right.
Yeah,
I get where you're coming from. I mean, for us, I know like with me and Heisenberg, it's like it's just time. I mean, we all have our normal lives. I mean, we all work full-time jobs, and unfortunately, we're not making a whole lot of money doing the ghost hunting thing. So it's not we can throw a whole lot of money at it. But I always have aspirations, and Mike knows this, that I always have all these grand ideas that we're going to do some kind of YouTube series and do all this and that. But when it comes down to it, like you said, I think it would be good for us if we're going to do it to focus on one project and just no matter. I mean, if it takes us a year to put together, it takes us a year to put together. It's ours.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's just do one thing, see how that goes, and then, move on to the next thing if it's something that we want to do. It may not turn out and we're good with just the one project, but
right.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. You might become addicted to it like we did.
Yeah. Well, and that's another thing. I see guys like you putting great stuff out there, and you guys, the way you guys work, it kind of reminds me a lot of how Dark Alley operates. We're just, you know, you're not just a ghost hunting team. You guys are like brothers. You know, it seems like you guys have that interaction with each other, like your family, just not just team members.
Definitely.
And I kind of feel that way with Dark Alley. We're just like a big family, and you know, there may be squabbles here and there, but there's never such big drama like I've been through with other groups. It's you got to hang on to that and push forward, and it's
We
good
definitely
stuff.
had a little random crap come up, you know, within the team.
Sure.
We've had past members cause big drama.
Yeah.
They were never really like
Dedicated to
they
it.
were never a part of like the crew. Essentially, they would come in and start and then never ever get close to anybody. And after that, though, we've been
Guys that are on this team now. Like, I mean, we go out and you know, have family gatherings together, and I mean, parties or, you know, whatever. Like, we're always hanging out, calling each other, just shooting the shit. I mean, it's a great thing. I love it.
Brian Baum from Bearded Paranormal wants to know sword fights.
100%.
Sure.
100%. That's how you get close, man.
Here, I use the bathroom.
Go on, people.
Okay.
I mean, we've gotten to the point that I know when Ray is like needed, like when he's getting to a point, you know, that he needs someone. Like I came and got him the other day from downstairs because I could tell that he needed to be out of there.
Yeah, it was
Right.
another
And
one
I was
of
just
those.
hoping I was going to get to slap the shit out of him.
One of these days, Heisenberg, just hang in there.
Oh, you just gotta wait and let
I'm
it.
waiting.
If you want it that bad, just leave me alone for a little. Let it progress.
Right?
Let
Stop getting them
whatever-
out of there.
Whatever's happening to me go through its natural process, and I probably will end up needing slack.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
I know, dude. It was another one of those deals where I was doing the blind spirit box, as we call it, session down in the basement of the Gill House, and for whatever reason, all the noise coming through the spirit box, it amped something up. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was just being down in that basement in the back part and being separated from everybody with all my senses blocked except for what I was hearing. I was like legitimately just getting scared, and I don't normally get just scared. You know, I was feeling something weird happening. So I'm like, I radio up to them like, I'm not doing this box session because whatever's going on I'm not feeling right. And I'm like, I'm not even saying it was anything malicious, just the energy was freaking me out.
Yeah.
Right.
So I turned it off and I'm just sitting down there, and then Denise has seen it happen, Mike has seen it happen, or I just like freeze up. And I just start absorbing like all that energy around me, and they're asking me if I'm all right, and it takes me like 45 seconds to respond either yes or no, and either way I'm not usually.
Right.
It's just a weird thing. And Mike, you know, we've been working together so long, and we know how each other acts or reacts to things. He knows exactly when it's time to come save my ass from potentially getting myself over my head with whatever's going on down there. But it was weird too, because when he came down, the EDI device and everything that was going off like crazy, the minute he came down, everything just flatlined and stopped.
Until I kneeled down.
Until he kneeled down next to me. It's like whatever saw him come down there, like backed off and was like, okay, sorry, you know. Now there's two of you, not just one of you sitting here. But the minute he sat down or kneeled down next to me, the EDI device just bam, started going off crazy again. And then we started seeing like these little, like, I don't want to say orbs, but they were like serious, like visual spirit lights. Just one right between
One
the
went
two.
between us. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just like you could see the tail, and then just it would disappear. And then we saw a shadow in the back corner, like a tall man, like just walk across real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it was nuts. But like I said, we've been working together so long as a team, and especially Mike and I, because we've probably been together the longest of the team. Because we got some pretty green people on our team now.
Yeah.
But I mean, we all interact like crazy. I mean, and I see that with you guys, how you guys seem like you've been brothers for a long time.
Definitely. I mean, we've been at this for a while now, so and plus, like, we were all friends and stuff before all this, so it works out great, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works out decent.
So,
make it work.
Tegan was asking, how many years y'all been investigating? Do you really more? Do you use more on
Rely.
technology or rely? Okay, I'm sorry. Do you rely more on your technology or on your senses?
Years investigating, I guess I'm coming up on 12 years or so. As a team, we've been at this for 3
years in September.
3 years. But that's a good question. I think that I definitely use both. I wouldn't say I rely on one more than the other, but
Right.
also, like, there's been times where we've gotten stuff happening through our equipment, but I'm not really feeling anything in the building.
Mhm.
So, like, I start to be like doubting stuff that's coming through our equipment,
Mhm.
even though like it happened. But it's still hard for me to be like, I'm not feeling anything though. Like, why is this happening?
Right. Yeah, because I think a lot of times, like, what we do is, you have a weird feeling, or you have that, that creepy feeling, or you think you hear something like a disembodied voice, and then you pull out the equipment, So
Right.
I feel like a lot of times, obviously, we don't have a team or anything. We're not filming documentaries, but that's usually the way it goes for us.
Right.
Something's not right here. Let's get out some equipment to just or verify,
Definitely.
what's happening.
What do you think?
I mean, I think we all use both of them, but I think our team reacts all together at the same time. Like, for the most part, if like Matt's feeling something, more than likely the rest of us are feeling something, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So we just kind of play off each other at that point.
Yeah.
Normally, if Matt says that I heard something, someone will turn on a spirit box, someone will turn on the portal.
Right.
It's like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Just once somebody feels something, it clicks, and everybody starts going into working mode and get it knocked out.
Right.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I mean, that's the way we do it with Dark Alley for the most part. That's the way Mike and I play off each other. Mike picks up on stuff. He's not a brick wall. You feel stuff, dude. If he's feeling something, we'll get a piece of equipment going. But yeah, you guys, there's got to be like that checks and balances, though. If you're not feeling anything and your devices are going off, it's a good practice to check and make sure there's not something real world environmental setting it off.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Right.
There's a lot of people that will jump to the conclusion that automatically it's paranormal, or I've actually worked with people quite the opposite, who they wouldn't let us use certain piece of equipment, or they wouldn't let us use it a certain way, which is why I left that group. But there was no room for experimental investigation work, and it really kind of it dampened everybody's spirits, and it wasn't why we joined in the first place. But
yeah, I definitely think that, like you said, the experimental part of the equipment is key for us. I think if you get caught up in using something the same way over and over and over and over again,
Exactly.
that's cool for some people, I think, but for us, I like to see, like, maybe we can do this a little bit different this time, or
right.
Even if we decide to sit down, something small is like we decide to sit down for a spirit box session and go around and ask questions, and we're not really getting anything. We always say, like, hey, what's going on? We're not getting activity. What can we do differently?
Yeah.
And maybe
Right.
we'll do EVP session, or maybe we'll decide to do turn off all the equipment and just see if anything will happen in the room with us with just cameras going.
Right.
It's, I don't know. I'm a firm believer of not getting stuck in the same thing over and over and over again, because I think everybody, or hopefully everybody that's in this field, is in it for the fact of, like, we want to all help progress the field. So we've all seen the same things done over and over and over on TV again.
Right.
So why not take that and think a little bit outside the box? And then as we continue to do that, we're able to get to a point to where we're like making some good strides
Yeah.
in the field, trying to get some legit evidence.
Right. I think it's just like everything else, whether it's your, your home life, your job, paranormal investigating, whatever. I hate the phrase, well, that's just the way it's always been done. Like, okay, we have had the same results all the time, so maybe we need to switch things up now and get different results or get further our results. The whole point is to investigate, not just to repeat the same things over and over again. Like, I think I love all of the experimental stuff that people are coming up with. I think it's awesome.
100%. It's fantastic.
Hey, just real quick. Hey, Cindy. The owner,
Hey.
Cindy Harper from Sweet Spring Sanatorium. Awesome. Yeah, we were just talking about the.
Talking about you, Cindy.
Yes,
Not
we
you.
were. We were just talking about all the awesome locations raffling off different hunts or tours or everything. Just amazing stuff out there.
Sweet Springs is actually donating an investigation in October too, which is like unheard of to get into a place in October.
In October, I mean, seriously,
that's pretty cool.
That is major. So
yeah, we're gonna have to just go out there. I mean, that place looks fantastic.
I know. Yeah, I have to get there. It looks beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Cindy said she hated that phrase that you quoted.
Right?
As well.
That's the way it's always done. It doesn't need to be that way. Ugh.
How are you going to learn if you don't change it up? I mean, you got to continue to spread your wings and fly.
Right?
And figure it out.
Plus, sometimes we learn new things. They used to always give babies whiskey or, give them aspirin or whatever. There's like.
Don't be knocking on babies getting whiskey. That sounds great.
Sometimes things change and we realize that we need to do it a little bit different.
Yeah, it does. And
switch to bourbon.
And I got to say, I'm really digging this kind of like neo-spiritual classic movement that's been going on with a lot of groups. Bringing back the things like the Ouija boards and the dowsing rods and, things like that. As long as people are using them wisely.
Right.
And,
it's all intent.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I kind of think it's really cool seeing the old style stuff coming back and being used, and using some of the new stuff in the old ways, or using some of the old stuff in new ways. You know what I mean? It's really cool. I think this is a really cool time in the paranormal investigation field. There's a lot of interesting stuff coming out.
Yeah.
And
I agree. I think I don't know. There's only so much that people can do over and over again, like we talked about. So I think it's just going to continue to raise the bar and make strides. I mean, that's our whole goal. I mean, I'm sure that's the people's whole goal is to help push everything forward and come up with some new stuff and maybe try things differently that hasn't been done before, quite like that. And that's ultimately the goal.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you guys said, the whole underground part coming out now. A lot of people realize like you can make your own way through paranormal fame.
Yeah.
You don't have to get put on the Travel Channel, any of that stuff. You literally
right.
And if that's what you're in the field for, that's your own thing or whatever. But like when we started doing this, it was never a question of we're gonna shoot films one day. Like, never ever thought about doing that until we had a wild experience and we were like, I wonder if we can make this into something bigger. And then we filmed the first one, we're like, we love it, but we also hated it. And the second one,
then I was like, all right, guys, I'm gonna go spend thousands of dollars on equipment. My wife's gonna get really mad at me. So
now you got to do it. You're invested.
That's pretty much where it's been now for the last year and a half. As the filmmaking part's gotten serious, all of our wives have been pissed at us.
Even now, like I'll go outside at nighttime if something looks cool, and I'll set my camera up for like an hour and a half and like take photos or go to some random spot after work and take like short little B-roll shots or something. Like I'm always just working with my camera, and
I can go through my text messages where Matt just sends me videos of techniques.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's cool, man. I mean,
you're practicing for 2 hours, and I'm like, 2 hours.
That's cool, man. I mean, that's how we learn, and especially right now. Now's the time to do it when we can actually go anywhere. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Now's the time to like figure things out, start storyboarding our ideas. But going back to the whole indie underground movement, a lot of it. What I find so refreshing about a lot of it is it's less about trying to get ratings and getting views. It's about teams just wanting to share their stories, and their views and their opinions on how they operate, and just sharing that. I mean, it's really cool to see.
It's been blowing our minds since day one that anyone has enjoyed our stuff. Like, sure, we're relatable guys and all, but like, I never thought I would put out videos and people are like, "Oh my god, I love y'all," or that was great, or whatever. I'm just like,
I never thought I was like someone would ask me for an autograph, and people have asked me for autographs. Like I'm really doing like what you do, like we've just been fortunate enough to be able to produce what we want to produce on our own,
right?
And that's huge. Like, like not everyone can do that,
right?
Right.
We've gotten lucky, and we've had a great support system on the backside of what we do.
And,
I'm thankful for that every day. So
it's like we just go to work and live normal lives. Obviously, like we're not big by any means, but I think one of the weirdest things for me to this day was we got that mirror I was telling y'all about earlier. Doogie from the Rate Chasers sent us a text and was like, "Hey, do y'all want to come out to this event and showcase your mirror and kind of explain how it works, stay with us during the investigate with it, and yada, yada, yada." And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool." And it was like the day of, so like no one knew we were coming out, but like we showed up and everyone was like, "Holy crap, it's Gateway." And I was like, "Chill the fuck out."
I fucking guess. I don't know.
I'm just going up to investigate and have fun.
It's just a fucking weird thing, man. Like for people to like be fans of what we do. Like it's fucking weird.
It's good though. It's good.
We just fucking go to work, we drink beers, and we hang out, and then signing autographs is fucking weird.
I don't like ever doing it.
No.
I never even offer to do it. Like I'm never like, "Hey, does anyone want my autograph?" Because
that's kind of a douche move, though.
I'll be somewhere and be like, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" And I'm like, "Cool." And then I'll be like, "Can you sign this for me?" I'm like, "I don't know about that." I do it, but I don't like to do it.
It's still
weird.
weird
To me. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just normal people. It's like I said, we've talked about it before, man. Like what the fuck is going on?
Right.
Like, somebody stopped his truck one day and was like, "Hey, I follow your page. You guys are fucking awesome." I'm like, I'm on the interstate.
They made me pull over on the side of the interstate so I can get a picture with them.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Hopefully you signed something for them. Jeez.
They didn't ask for a signature, thank God, but they are. I mean, it's not that I don't like doing it. It's just weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like I shouldn't be doing this. Like you should not want my autograph.
No, I get it. That makes sense. I didn't think you were being rude to them. No, I think it's good though. I mean, and we do like public concept at the seminary, and like people come in and have these like ridiculous expectations for what investigating is like. So I think that's another reason I'm such a fan of the underground, because like that's real investigating. These shows take like 5 days and cram them into 42 minutes for TV, which is actually like 12 minutes of investigating. So people assume that you walk into a place and you go, "Can you knock on that wall?" Knock. "Can you close that door?" Close. You know what I mean? Like they think that that's how investigating is supposed to be. So it's so refreshing that people are starting to pick up on the underground and realize that that's not how it is all the time.
We love being a part of it. I mean, it's such a great thing, and I love seeing other people making films, and I've had the honor to help out other people that's gotten into the filmmaking, sending me messages or phone calls or whatever, trying to ask like, how should I do this? Or what's the process of the whole Amazon thing? And
Right.
I'm game to help. I mean, I love it. I love filmmaking now. Like I love paranormal, obviously, but I really love just making films, and it's just works hand in hand now. So it's great.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's very
Well,
cool.
it's about that time, guys. That was a quick 2 hours.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely appreciate you guys being on. And real quick before we sign off, anything you guys want to promote? Anything coming up you want to share out with us, or let us know where we can follow all the Gateway action?
Yeah, go ahead and just get prepared to come to MadCon 3.
Right. That's it.
What's going on? Come out there, hang out.
Yep.
Think of everybody.
MadCon 3, the event of the year. Probably actually the only event that's happening this year.
Yeah,
It's literally the only one.
so
Straight out of quarantine, just like I said.
Yeah.
We don't know what next year is going to look like. Not just us, but everyone in general. Like, we have no idea what's going to happen.
Right.
So, I mean, why not enjoy it while it's still here? I'm not
Hell yeah.
not saying it's going to be gone next year. Everybody's watching and like, oh my God. I'm just saying. Never know what's going to happen.
Right.
Bro,
Y'all check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Patreon,
And
TikTok. We're on Amazon Prime, VidiSpace. I think that's it.
Cool.
That's
Oh,
enough.
and our website, gatewayparanormalsociety.com. We have merch on there. We do a weekly blog. I think right now it's kind of slowed down just because we've slowed down on YouTube and everything right now because we're preparing for some more big stuff coming up this year. So
Awesome.
y'all stay tuned for that. And
Good deal.
MadCon 3.
MadCon 3, baby.
Hell yeah.
MadCon 3.
Bad
And
comments.
just a couple of weeks. I mean, seriously, it's just right around the corner.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yep.
super excited for this, man. I can't even tell you how excited I am for this. Just to get out and be with everybody,
Right.
for a great cause, amazing cause.
So
But
good.
yeah. So with that, that's the end of another awesome episode of the Crypto, or what's the name of our show?
I forget.
The Cryptic Paranormal Show. Thanks again to Matthew and KASEY for being on. Definitely keep an eye out for everything coming up for Gateway Paranormal. Check out the documentaries. Awesome stuff. Well done, guys. Seriously, awesome stuff.
Thank you.
Real quick though, I hate to always end on a sad note, but I wanted to do something special for someone, a friend of ours from another group, Ectovision. Actually, you guys probably are familiar with their work on YouTube. They had a pretty awesome documentary series. Actually, Sean Gilmore has a show on RU Media and has worked with Ectovision, and he's a member of our team now, so we're lucky to have him aboard. But one of their teammates and a good friend of ours, have the pleasure of working with him several times. We just found out that actually last month he had passed away. So kind of going out, I just kind of wanted to do a moment of silence for him. He will be missed. It's a heartbreaking situation. I know he was battling some health issues. It's don't really know what's going on, but that's his own personal stuff with his family. I just want to send them love and everybody who knew him well love. And so we're just going to go out remembering Tom Jaworski. So, all right, guys, we will see you in a couple weeks.
Thanks for having us, y'all. I enjoyed it.
Night, guys.
We will spook you later, crypto heads. We'll see you next week.